Today is the day. So it's been about a month and a half, I think, 5 weeks, 2 months that this car has not been running. And the whole reason to that is I have been waiting on an engine to get here. So that's what's wrong. The 5.3 is perfectly fine. It's got the new cylinder in it, but it's now going into the S10. So that's the goal for that. Surprise. I took the day off today. I'm waiting for the engine to get here to sign for it. So basically the oil pan has to go on it, the clutch, pressure plate, transmission. I'll do all the front stuff later on. That's why I got the pulley off. I'm gonna get as much done as I can today in the short amount of time I will have. But yeah, so what's going on? Yeah, I said it on TikTok already, so if you follow me on TikTok, you'll know. It's a 6.0 Gen 4 block with a 24.2 system in it. So it'll run my Holly. I don't have to get the other harness or anything to change the the stuff. It has everything in there: Texas Speed, Stage 3 turbo cam, flat top pistons, chromoly rings, dual spring, just the generic Texas Speed top end, machined block, machined heads, 317 heads. It's gonna be a pretty beefy little engine. So yeah, that's what's going on. There's a 6.0 that's going in here with this trans, and of course I won't be able to use the full power of that 6.0 until I get a new trans, because I don't want to be like Rashawn and lose third gear after I just rebuilt that, because that trans is going into this S10. So I don't know what we'll do here. Magnum F, Turbo 400, who knows? But for now, we're going to break the engine in. So you're going to have 2 points of views. As soon as the engine gets here, I'm not going to do like a whole montage of the engine and stuff. It literally looks like that engine over there, but with black paint on the engine. That's pretty much it. And it says 6.0 instead of 5.3. So my goal here is to either have you in this point of view. I don't know where my hat is now. And then basically with the GoPro on my head, makes it way easier. I have two hands. I'll also use the tripod, which is right over here, with the power bank. So whenever the battery dies in this thing, which it does all the time, I'll plug it in over there, mount you guys out there, let it charge, do a whole bunch of stuff, and just kind of record everything. Because I really want to record why there's no front end here. We saw, previously, this got removed. I'd like to show you how well it works now, because it is awesome. So engine's going to be here in 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to set up. Transmission's already ready to be rolled. I got my piece here, or the cherry picker hoist. Got to get the Christmas stuff out of the way, move the cherry picker over here, push the car back. I'm going to get everything set up now while it's not here to the best of my ability, and that way as soon as it gets here, we can just get to town on it. My goal is to get the transmission in, or pressure plate, flywheel, transmission, motor in the car, and that should take me 30 minutes to put it in. But I got to put my OG valve covers and that new oil pan on this one. So I'll have to put the oil pan on. I'll do the black sealant or silicone on the corners for the leaking of the tine cover, the front and the rear covers. Do the oil pan, get it on valve covers, swap them out for my AN ones. Actually, I can do that later. I can swap these later. It's not a must right now because we're just putting the engine in the car. I'll do that when it's in the car. We'll get the oil pan on. We'll mate them and throw it in the car, put the motor mounts on, transmission mount, which we made our little homemade rig. And now that I think about it, I'm glad I remember that, because I have to put one more of those fittings under here, so I have all 4 of them. And yeah, that should be it. So let me get this thing ready, and then once the engine gets here, we'll start the recording process of bringing this car back to life. I think my power steering's leaking too on the steering gear. I'm gonna let it leak for now because it hasn't leaked with nothing on it. I think it was a hose that was leaking. So I'm gonna check that out later on. A little mental note on the video. But yeah, well, now we wait. There she is, baby. There she is. Ooh-wee. I'll have to change out the oil pressure sensor with the Gen 3. Or actually, I think they make an adapter even. It's loose though. Swap those out. Ooh, ARP studs. Broken spark plug holes to keep everything from getting in there. So yeah, here's everything here. I'm gonna slap this thing together real quick. Let me do the oil pan and mate the transmission and everything and get ready to put it in the car so I can show you how well this is, and we'll go from there. So I don't really need a helmet for this part. I'm just gonna slap it all together real quick. Okie dokie. I finally got it on. I had to go to AutoZone and get a pilot bearing because I forgot that, but we have everything on here now. And I fought that pilot bearing for a hot minute, screamed at it, and it's now in. So I'm gonna jack it up and we're gonna throw it in after I put the motor mounts on real quick. So let me get that done and then we'll go from there. Okie dokie. Let's see how easy it is with no engine mount or no front cross member. Ugh. Luckily I can pull the whole thing. No, I cannot. Ugh. I need to drag it. I definitely need to drag it. Just real quick. Oh, oh man. There we go. Really should clean up my floor. Come in. What is this? There you go. It's so much easier. How's it going? Not too bad.
Can we put this right here? Or you need it in there?
That's fine right there, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too, man.
My problem is, now it's too short. I need to loosen it. Ah. There you go. Dude, just slide in. It's crazy. That's crazy. Don't know if you can see down there, but you were pretty much lined up once I put the bolts in. So that made it 1,000 times easier. It would be easier if I got to get it pitched in right. I didn't know I had it crooked. But besides that, I think it just made this way easier to do by myself and way safer. So I'm pretty happy about that. But let me bolt everything up real quick, show you it in the thing, and then call it for a day. Because it's family time here in a minute. Let's see if I can get y'all off this. Ooh. Ooh. So it is mounted in there, boys. And I got the transmission in as well. Okay, well, duh, the transmission's in. But if you look under here, oh, it's bolted in with, I don't know if you can see that, it's too dark. It's bolted in with the riv nuts. So it's back in the original location. So when we get ready to redo all this crap, I can get the right bearing angle, or the right angle of transmission for the diff, especially when I 4-link. So heck yeah, new oil pan, barely goes over the cross member, plenty of room compared to the other oil pan I had, which was a little bit rougher. So now it's just putting everything back together. That's going to be the next thing. So for now, this is it. Ow, my knee. Some things I got to do. Obviously, route everything. We need to either take the 2 pins here for the cam sensor and swap them on each side, or the extension I get, I'll probably do on the extension. So we'll run an extension here, probably upward or down somewhere for an extension for the cam sensor. And I got to take off the starter off this one, and I got to take that 24 tooth cam sensor, take it out as well, put it on here because it's still a 24 tooth even though it's a Gen 4 block, and then load a tune up. But I'm hoping with doing it this way with the transmission mount, my exhaust will be in the same spot it was, and that will be the telltale that everything's right where it needs to be. But man, oh man, is she in there. Valve cover's got to be swapped to the other one until Tommy welds these up for Heather's truck. But by golly, I'm excited. I'm very much excited. It came out way better than I was hoping. I only had a few issues with the transmission, but it's my mount. It's just a rigged up piece of metal, and the 2 holes for the transmission mount are cockeyed. And it's just not fun. It's not an easy task whatsoever. So we got it all taken care of, and for now that'll be it, and then I'll post coming up once we get everything ready for the rest of the stuff. Till then, I'll see y'all later.